It's time for a good old monthly reset. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by because today I'm going to be setting up for the month of September. So what exactly does that mean? Well, it means a lot of things, at least today it does. So I am going to be setting up my monthly calendars and my catch-all planners. I am also going to be swapping out my sticker books from summer to fall because I know, September doesn't necessarily mean fall is here, but in my mind it does. I know fall does not start until the end of the month, but in my planners, fall is here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make that transition. I will probably leave 1 or 2 summer sticker books on my shelf, but for the most part, I'm going to be swapping them out. And I have to do that because I just don't have enough room on my shelf to keep all of the seasonal sticker books on there year round. I'm going to be swapping out some covers on my notebooks. And I may even be setting a goal or 2. But before we get to that, I do kind of want to chat a little bit about one thing that I am kind of going to be getting rid of for the month of September. And that is my budgeting to an extent. So let me share with you the August setup that I did. There we go. Isn't she pretty? I did nothing. I talked about all the stuff I was going to write in here and then I never wrote in it. And then I never even, let me make sure. Yeah, I never even added any expenses. This is just something that I'm finding it harder and harder to keep track of, especially because I am no longer in a discount planning system. So this is out of sight, out of mind type thing. I was a little bit better about that, even though I wasn't in a planning system a few months ago, but now it's just completely gone off the radar. So I'm still going to use this more as a notebook. So it's going to sit to the side, but it will be referred to when needed. I still have a travel section in here as well as some other types of papers in here. So it is still a notebook. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to not track my finances for any of the essential stuff. It's fine. I'm in a place where I think that's okay. I still need to track the frivolous spending, which does include, it does include crafting supplies. Yes, you saw the hesitation there. I have definitely been on a spending spree when it comes to that. And unfortunately, fall is here and I love fall themed things. And then we're not that far away from Black Friday. I know. I'm scaring you all by saying that. We don't want to rush anything here and I'm not trying to rush it. I'm just being realistic. So the spending is not going to slow anytime soon. So I think I'm going to keep track of all of my crafting stuff and things of that nature in my social media planner. And any of my other frivolous stuff, I might actually just keep track of in my catch-all. So I'm going to keep track of those things. I'm just not going to keep track of it in a separate budgeting system because I just kind of want to know where my money is going. And I feel like even though it'll be separate, a lot of my craft stuff does have to do with my social media. So I feel like that's a good place. And then the other stuff, we'll just put in here just in case I want to refer to it. But with that said, I do have things in my budgeting notebook I am going to refer to month in and month out, one of which I've already pulled, and that is my overall monthly bill calendar. So that way I can refer to this. So I'll pull it out every month when I set up my catch-all planners. I also have my subscription reminders. I don't have anything for the upcoming month, but we have that here. So that way I'll still be referring to that. That will stay in my budget section of the notebook. I'm just saying I'm not going to be referring to it. But because this is still a notebook that even though it's sitting on the sidelines, I'm going to still go ahead, take this cover off and put this Live Love Posh fall cover on. Yes, I'm doing it. I am not waiting till the 21st. Is that when it is? September 21st. And yes, I am filming this video in August. So I'm even doing it a lot sooner than that. So we're just going to go ahead and pop all of this on. One reset is now done. I do think this cover is still available on the Live Love Posh website, and you can save 10% with my discount code, which I will pop up on the screen. All right. The other thing I need to do really, really quickly is swap out my sticker books. So let me pull all of my summer sticker books. These are my small shop summer sticker books. I do have some happy planner ones, but I don't have as many that I actually need to swap out. All right, so here are my summer sticker books that are from small shops. So, and not too much. That makes me nervous because I have a lot more fall ones than I have summer ones. I also have neutrals, the neutral one. I need to find that one as well. So I think I'm going to keep this one out for now. And this one. I'm going to keep these two out for the time being. But the rest of them are going to go. I have a separate craft cart where I like store the out of season sticker books. But these two are going to stay on my main shelf at least for another few weeks. All right. So here are all my fall ones. Yeah. I think I have more fall than summer. So this is going to be a little bit problematic, especially because some of them are pretty thick. But I have most of these. You can see what they are. I love them when they have it written on the spine. But I also have a wrong Grateful Hearts. That's like Thanksgiving, fall, and Christmas. Then I have the Halloween one, and then I have this Temu one, which is really, really cool. So I need to put these on the shelf. But I think for today, I saw some sunflowers in there, so I still might use that one. And I think these are the ones I'm going to use today. Oh, they all fit on my shelf, but I still have these to put back. So we'll have to figure that out. Don't worry. I will speed through a lot of the decorating part of it, but I just wanted to kind of pull it aside. This is what I have to do when the seasons change. So that's why I wanted to include it as part of the video. So this one I might not use today. This one had some sunflowers in it. So that's why I was like, I might use it. So we'll see. All right. So first things first, I need to do my monthly setup for my catch-all. So I did not do any of the monthly reflections here. It's fine. The month isn't really over with yet. So that's my excuse. I don't know if I am or not. But this is the one that is going to have everything on it. So this is the one that I'm going to have my bills on. I'm going to have any of my important dates on it. Any birthdays or anything like that are all going to go on here. Speaking of which, I don't know where I have my birthday list. I had this huge birthday list and I've like misplaced it. So now I'm going to have to like find that and do birthdays later because I do know that there's some birthdays in the month of September. So basically I'm going to probably use some of these like sunflowers. This is from Wrong. All of my PET tapes are in my washi drawers, so I didn't have to take those out. And then I have some of these sunflowers from Martinez Sticker Company. So I think this is what I'm going to use here. And I just pulled these like brush colored pens or markers from Hoo. I got these from Amazon. So I'm going to use these because these are like different colors of like yellow, golds, and like a light brown type thing. So I'm going to color code everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first highlight everything that I need to remember when it comes to bills. Except for my mortgage, because we know that that happens. And I guess I need to date this. So I guess I'm going to start there first. Now it's dated. I actually have a lot of free space this month. I could have bumped it down, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put all of my bills in. Some of these are like quarterly or every other month, so I don't need everything in. And then the mortgage, I know that the mortgage comes out, so I'm not putting that one on. All right, so obviously I don't have everything done. I have this last brush pen that I need to keep out for like other personal like reminders and things like that aren't on here yet, like any type of birthdays and things like that I need to remember. But this is everything that I have. I do have it color coded. It's kind of hard to see the difference between some of the colors, but this like more yellowy one is going to be work related things. Then this one was all of my bills that are coming out. And then the orangest one are appointments. Obviously, I haven't really started making appointments yet, so this will get filled up. The one comment I want to make is this is a small size passion planner. And even though I'm not like crazy busy and things like that, I do find this to be a little small. So it is a struggle, especially with the weeks to kind of fit everything in, but we're going to work with it. I'm not going to change it out. So I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to like throw some stickers on here to make it look cute. And then that's pretty much going to wrap up this quick portion of the setup. All right, so there we go. It looks cute, right? It's cute enough to write in, not overly decorative because like I said, as you can tell, I really only had the first week technically planned out. So I still have a lot more planning to do, but I do want to write this month's focus. The first focus is going to be on routines. And the second focus is going to be on health. All right. So that is it for that. I do want to come back here. I do have pages in the back. And obviously because I just started this in August, and this is a 12-month planner, I'm going to have a lot of pages left over. So this is where I'm going to write my monthly focus or my goals for the month, which is what I had just actually put down here. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to write that out. Okay, so this is kind of like how I used to do goal setting. I used to do it in here, but I just kind of want this in here because it's in my catch-all. I'm not getting all elaborate or anything of that nature. I'm not changing things up drastically. However, I do, when I talk about my routines, I need to kind of set my routines a little bit differently based on the actual days, at least when it comes to my morning routines. So I'm just going to do morning routines and evening routines. I might do bedtime, we'll see. But I'm going to start with my morning routine. All right, so here are my routines for the month. I just kind of wanted to put them down to paper. I wasn't trying to be neat. I didn't add any decorations or anything of that nature. I just want to kind of do this more for accountability purposes. So I have tried to set routines before, and I set them in my goal journal, which is here. However, the mistake that I made is like not taking into account that they do differ based on my schedule for the day, which is typically either teleworking. So I'm at home all day, but pretty much I'm spending 8.5 hours teleworking. When I'm in office, obviously I have to wake up earlier, get out of the house earlier. And when I come home, I'm actually a little bit more exhausted. And then my day off could be a day off from work, or a weekend or a holiday or something of that nature. So across the board, the things that are going to be there is skincare, hygiene, make bed, which a lot of people, that's going to be kind of across the board for most people. And then I definitely want to add just a basic 5-minute stretch. When I telework, I'm going to be morning journaling, morning walks, and planner check-in, because those morning walks are definitely something that I should be able to add in now that the weather's getting nicer. And because my telework day, I don't have to actually commute. So basically, when I would usually leave the house to go to work, now I can leave the house to do a morning walk and then get back in enough time to go ahead and start my day at the start time. That's usually how I do it. Then I have, the morning journaling that will probably get done after I get back and I start my day, like start my work day and things of that nature. The journaling and the planner check-ins probably will go on while I'm actually working, because that is when I am going to check in with my planner, because my planner is a work/personal planner. And usually in the morning, it's more work related stuff anyway, but that will also probably be the time that I do my journaling, because I'm sitting at the desk. Mine's well, right? None of that is going to be in the in-office days. I don't take my planners to work. I have an on-the-go notebook, but I don't really even want to journal there. So I'm just going to leave that off. For the days that I have off, I did add morning walks. However, I also usually work out like mid-morning to like early afternoon on my days off. So that could be replaced with the workout. I don't know yet. But then I also have the planner check-in and then errands, because on my days off, I do all of my errands in the morning. Now the evening routine. This one, for my day off, the only thing is planner check-in, because you all know when you have a day off, and it's not like for like plans, it's just like a recoup day, or if it's a holiday that you're just tacking on to the weekend. A lot of your like daily activities kind of get done throughout the day. So by the time the evening comes in, that's when you can actually be lazy. So that's the reason why I don't really have anything here. But for everything else, I need to clean, I need to work out, I need to meal prep, I need to do a de-stressing activity. So like that could be a bubble bath, that could be maybe I want to go ahead and read at that time. I can do something that just needs to kind of breathe. That can also include journaling. I did put journaling here specifically for my in-office day, just because I'm not doing that in the morning. But if I feel like it, I can add it anywhere. And then planner check-ins. I definitely like to do that in the evening and not really right before bed. And then bedtime is just going to be the same across the board. It's skincare, hygiene, stretching for like 10 minutes, meditate. I've not done that, but that can actually be combined probably, and then read. So very simplistic, but I need to write it down to hold myself accountable, because I feel like there's just some things that I can do to make my days more productive. And although a lot of that was just kind of getting my mind and my body in order, I feel like that is a key to productivity. So that is it for now. We have my goal setting out the way, my monthly calendar out the way. I've changed my cover. I think that's only going to leave me with decorating for the month of September here. And I have not whited out the days yet. This is an outdated planner, so I do need to white out the days. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Because that is still September, I needed to white out the month as well. Now, last month, I actually went in and stamped the dates. I am not doing that this month. I just don't feel like it. So, you can see here, I haven't gotten to the 30th and 31st yet. I stamped all the dates. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to handwrite them. All right, there we go. So I've redated everything. Now, this is a Hemlock and Oak Daily Planner, and they do also have the dates down here. I completely ignore them. I never even pay attention to them. They also have the moon phases and sometimes a few holidays. I just ignore those because they're a light text, and I honestly don't even see them. Now, I'm not going to be setting up anything, but I am going to throw stickers on the page. So that's one less thing I have to worry about, is actually decorating for the month ahead. So it wasn't this sticker book I was thinking about. I think it's this one, actually. It is. It's this one. Okay, so I'm going to use this one to decorate something in here, and then it can go on my craft cart. So yeah, we have these like ones that have like sunflowers and stuff in it. I feel like it's fun. It still gives you like some summery vibes because we're still in summer. I'll go ahead and do that. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed this up, but I'm going to throw a few stickers on the page. I kind of have a like general setup. I filmed a video showing you guys how I use all of my catch-all planners and how I use them in tandem. So I kind of know where things go. I do all of my work to-dos here. Basically, I time block my work hours and then I write my work to-dos in there. And then I write my personal to-dos somewhere over here, and then in another space is where I kind of journal about other things that I did that day that isn't captured in my to-do list. So basically, I can do that wherever I don't put stickers. I can put stickers here, I can put stickers in the middle, I can put stickers at the bottom. I just need to leave 2 areas open in this list. That is it. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start stickering it up. All right, guys, there we go. 30 spreads done. 30 spreads done. Now I stuck to mostly florals because they are just the easiest to do in this type of planner, especially because I'm going to be writing all around it, and especially when decorating in advance, it's easier. So I did mostly use stickers from Jewel Tone Blooms, but all of my stickers did come from Live Up Hush. Again, my discount code AGWP10 will save you 10%. I will have an affiliate link down in the description box as well. I did use Summer Bright Blooms as well as one set from Fall Love, and I actually pulled a set from one of my Summer Allure sticker books. So that was kind of exciting. That's where the first set came from, but I'm glad I did it. You know, it took a while, but it didn't take that long in the grand scheme of things, and now it's done. So what I'm going to do is, like, on Tuesday the 2nd, I'll come in here, I'll use a brush pen or a mile liner, I'll highlight a few lines, and then I'll write my to-dos in it. I'll time block my day here, and then I'll journal at the end of the day. So that's all I'm going to need to do. Very minimal, but I'm still going to add some pizzazz to it by using brush pens, mile liners, and some icons and things of that nature. But for the most part, the time-consuming part is now done, and it still looks pretty, and I get to play in a decorated planner. So there we go, guys. We are done with this reset video. This was a long one on my end. Hopefully by the time I speed things up, it wasn't as long. Only time will tell. But I do appreciate you all for sticking with me. I kind of just wanted to share with you what I actually do when it comes to my monthly resets. I am trying to get better about scheduling these as far as my resets, and when I set up my planners at different times. I will be setting those up in my actual planner as part of my weekly plans. Yes, I pre-plan when I need to plan because sometimes setups take a while, and planning them out helps me out. So it has helped me out for the month of August, and I plan to continue doing that to the month of September. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, please press that like button. And if you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. That's all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.